we are ready for our 10th stitch. This one is called Radiating stitch. And this one here, I think it's a really pretty stitch. You can work it in a single color, or you can alternate two different colors as I've done here, or use lots of different colors. I think it would be a really fun stitch to work. Let's say if you had a bunch of bits of thread that were just enough, one or two of the stitches, and just mix them all up. I think that would be really fun. Here's another example where I have worked it in a variegated thread and just sort of jumbled together, just going all over the place. I really like that effect of it. It feels very sort of organic. And this is a bit more regimented. So let's try it. Come up from the back. You can start at the top or the bottom, it doesn't really matter. So come up at one end of the middle stitch here, and then you simply do the other stitches that radiate from this central point, and that is of course where it gets its name. It's a really easy stitch to do. You want to make sure that the two stitches here at the bottom, that they are at an angle. Oh. Like this. So let's do another one. So start with the center one. Let's do the two middle ones. Now if I do the two bottom ones so that they're almost horizontal, it makes the stitch feel completely different. It feels more sort of static. I really like this way. It feels very optimistic, like it's reaching up. I don't know. So let's try it on a sampler. If you want to make sure that you get the stitches in how you want them, when I stitched this, I just sort of fitted them in wherever I could. Didn't really sort of think ahead where I wanted them. I think maybe when I do my new sampler, I will sort of mark them. I'm not 100% happy. Don't know if you can see this tiny little one that I sort of had to squeeze in there. So I have drawn some of them on the template, and you can carry on with the pattern if you want, or just eyeball it. Either way, I'm sure it will be totally beautiful. Right, so I'm starting at the top again. And then doing the two middle. Now, I'll normally not let the second ones go all the way to the top, but I will in this case, so that it sort of lines up with the corner of the shape. It's okay if these ones aren't exactly the same length or height. And the same goes for the two bottom ones. They don't have to be exact copies of each other. Just so that it's near enough the same. Right, so where should we go next? So we'll do this one below here. I'm gonna do it without drawing it. So I do the line first, and then the two middle ones. Now, ideally I would like my stitch to be just outside the shape, but obviously that will look a bit strange, so I'm gonna go right on the line, even if it means it's a little bit shorter than I would prefer it to be. The other one is fine. Here we go. And then I can do the one next to it. You may want to, and I think that is sort of what I did in my first version of this, alternate between a larger and a slightly smaller radiating stitch next to each other. If we have a look here, the dark pink stitches are a little bit larger than the lighter pink ones. I think that's probably what I'm going to do for this one as well. I haven't quite decided if I'm going to use just this pink color or maybe if I want to alternate. I think once I start filling in the stitching around it, that will give me an idea of how I want this to look. I think for now I'll just carry on.